Missy.
Hi.
So great to see you in person.
Great to see you in person. It's great to be back in Chicago.
It is really wonderful to have you here. What an incredible run you had with us. Just such an honor to have you work with us, play your music, get to know your music in depth, play your incredible programming at Music Now. And we're in such a pivotal moment right now. We had a year of a pandemic, a very strange year, and we're looking to a different kind of future. And I wanted to ask you if you have any reflections on the past and what you are looking forward to in the immediate and long future.
I'm so proud of what I was able to program and what I was able to accomplish, obviously, in collaboration with the performers and the administration at the CSO and everyone involved. It takes so many hundreds and hundreds of people to put on these concerts. I just wish that I could have done more. And I felt like it was, thwarted by everything that's happened in the last year and a half. But we persevere. That's what we do. And I'm so thrilled that some of the pieces that I programmed that had to be canceled are now being programmed for broadcast this summer. And there's always a way, but that way it took so much work behind the scenes. I just want to acknowledge that and say how grateful I am to everyone for sticking with it, even under the most crazy of times. So I'm really looking forward to finally presenting, my complete programming of Music Now, broadcast through CSO TV this summer. And I'm looking forward to coming back because I did write the orchestra this massive orchestra piece that, again, like everything else, had to be canceled. But I will be back and to hear it hopefully next season.
That is amazing. I can't wait. Was there anything during this year in the pandemic that changed how you work? Were you able to write and be inspired in a different way?
I was, I got a lot of writing done just because I, all of a sudden, for the first time in 20 years, wasn't traveling, wasn't, even just around New York City where I spend most of my time. And so I was writing a lot, and it was an incredible balm. It was an incredible comfort to be able to write and still make things in this time. And I felt really lucky to be a composer at that moment, where things didn't depend necessarily on having an audience there every night. But there was still there's this feedback loop of composing where you write something, and then you share it with players, and then you get energy back from them, and then they give you feedback, and then obviously it's performed by those players, and the audience gives you energy, and then that gives you energy to go back alone and start writing. But half of that loop was gone, and that I would just write things and finish them, and then think, okay, now I'm going to start the next thing. It was this constant creating things with no sort of outlet. So I did get a lot of writing done, but I won't feel completely satisfied until I hear it. That's when the piece is done, is when it's performed in front of people.
I get that very much, yes. I wanted to ask you about the current contemporary music scene, and if there are any people or things that are happening right now that are really inspiring to you.
Definitely. I think that there's so much creativity and so many exciting new voices emerging in contemporary music right now. And a lot of them I was able to program on Music Now. And since the beginning of my residency, having the support and the sort of prestige that comes with saying, I'm composer-in-residence at the CSO, that gave me the confidence to reach out to a lot of people I've been wanting to work with for over a decade. So we were able to commission works by Nicole Mitchell. I reached out to Wadada Leo Smith, and we communicated about his piece, and composers like Courtney Bryan, Tamika Reed, LJ White, the list goes on, and even including Jessie Montgomery, who will actually be my successor as composer-in-residence starting this summer. just being able to connect them with the CSO for the first time. For all those composers I mentioned, it was their first time connecting with the orchestra and having works played by orchestra members. And so that was just, it was a huge honor, and to be able to just bring that music to just a slightly bigger audience and to a new community of people.
That's really wonderful, and I can attest to that as a musician, as a member of the CSO, that you programming pieces like that is an enormous enrichment to me as a musician, and that I can then bring back into my playing as a member of the CSO. And it's a really, really wonderful thing. I know that you work with a practice called Luna Lab, and I'm really interested in about hearing more about this. It's a really great project.
So, Luna Composition Lab is it's a mentorship program I started 5 years ago with the composer Ellen Reed in collaboration with Kaufman Music Center in New York. And it is a way to address a lot of the issues that I think are persistent on any level of contemporary music, and actually just in society in general. So issues of representation and funding and early education are really important to me. So Luna Lab is a program dedicated to supporting female, non-binary, and gender non-conforming composers ages 12 to 18. So it's for very young composers, people who are just sort of discovering music, discovering that they have the urge to write something and contribute to the world of music, and we provide mentorship and guidance and performances and recordings of their work and networking opportunities. It's something that's been really meaningful for me. We hope to spread out into other cities, and because our students come from all over, it's all remote learning, even when there's not a pandemic. It's all done through Skype or Zoom or FaceTime. I'm really proud of this program. I think that I'm really excited. As a female composer, I get asked a lot about gender representation in contemporary music, and I think that there's still a really long way to go, and I think that women, non-binary, gender non-conforming people need more visibility and representation in programming like at the CSO or every orchestra, every major institution.
So what is the most surprising thing about being a composer in 2021?
I think people would really be surprised at all the different things that composers do, let's say in a week. Every day is different. There are always surprises. I mean, you find yourself, at a rehearsal one day and then, researching something, and then going to a museum, to get inspiration there, and then editing your parts. I mean, it's just such a variety of things every day. That's why I'm a composer, is because it allows me access to so many different parts of life, so many different people, so many different parts of the world. And there's so much of it that is not writing. I wish I had more time to just sit and write, but I really enjoy all the aspects that come with being a professional musician, and particularly a professional composer these days.
Is there anything that you think of, that you really consider a takeaway when you reflect on your time in Chicago and your work with the Chicago Symphony?
Yeah, I feel like I've learned so much about writing for the orchestra, working with orchestral players, and so much about how orchestras function. It's been really illuminating, and all the players have been so kind and so open and so fun. I think that, if you're not having fun, it sounds like a cliche, if you're not having fun in a rehearsal, then it's hard to sort of feel the point. It's hard to keep going. And every rehearsal I had for Music Now was incredibly fun and uplifting. So I'm really grateful to the players for sort of showing me that side of working with an orchestra.
So Missy, what do you think that modern music can do that nothing else can do?
Well, I think that I feel about contemporary music the same way that I do about all music in general. Music is my way of understanding the world. It's my way of appreciating the world, and it's my way of feeling less alone. And I think that composers can do that for us as a society, and it's the way that I have come to, again, understand and appreciate the world. So it might sound lofty, but that's what I think the role of music is these days.
Well, Missy, I will miss you, and I know everybody here will miss you very much. Thank you for the 3 years you spent with us and how you enriched us. And I look forward to seeing what you're up to in the future.
Thank you so much for having me. This has been an incredible 3 years. I'm, again, so grateful to you, all the players, and everyone at the CSO, and everyone in Chicago, all the audience members. Thank you so much for welcoming me with open arms.